Sir, good afternoon.
Namaskar, sir. Thank you so much for joining.
Very good afternoon to all respected sirs.
Arey wah, wah.
Yes,
Good
good
afternoon.
afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Dipendra sir, welcome. Good afternoon to see you.
Dipendra sir, welcome.
Welcome,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sir, आज
Dipendra
की
sir, good afternoon.
Good
Madam,
afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
दीपेंद्र सर शायद कोई प्रोग्राम में है आप. It seems.
हाँ सर.
अच्छा अच्छा ओके.
DM Patel, good
DM
afternoon.
Patel.
Good afternoon, Kiran bhai.
So we have 10 to 15 minutes more to go.
right.
Okay. We will be waiting till that time. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Chitlange sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chitlange sir.
Namaskar. Yeah.
Chitlange sir, namaste.
Sir,
Everyone.
Sanjay sir, Toshniwal sir, welcome.
Question answer. Yeah.
Sir, namaskar. Namaskar.
Okay.
Namaskar.
Thank you very much for taking such a good initiative.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks to all of you
Our
for
pleasure, yeah.
coming and joining us. That's more important.
Toshniwal sir, good afternoon.
Sir, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone.
Srinivasa sir, welcome. Nice to see you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just happy to tell that our registration has crossed more than 550. I think close to 600 registrations. So good response people have given to this activity.
Sir, I have joined the meeting. I'm just setting the camera.
Oh, yes, yes, please. No problem. We have 10-15 minutes more to go. So by that time, all can be set their activities. IT team, Pranali and Sanket. Pranali and Sanket. Yeah, please mute everyone except all the panelists and Pranali and Sanket.
Yes.
You will mute all everyone except the panelist.
Okay.
Then those who are going to introduce to the different speakers, and keep a watch on the panel. So whenever the host tell that X is going to introduce Y, that time please ensure that you are unmuting the both of them. Pranali.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so please keep a proper watch till the program start.
Okay.
Yeah, and you have all the names of the group which we have made, so try to keep all of them also unmuted, and rest of the time, rest you should mute.
Okay.
So that to avoid the disturbance there.
Yeah.
So I'm still seeing that some of them are unmuted.
Thank you. Namaste to all.
City, sir?
I am in.
Yeah. Good afternoon, and thank you for accepting our invitation.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, sir. I think 2-3 panelists, they have already joined, and within 10 minutes we'll start our this discussion, sir.
Thank you.
हा ठीक आहे, मला वाटलं म्यूट करून ठेवलंय म्हणून मी फोन केला. ठीक आहे, तिथे लक्ष ठेवा आणि
ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಒಂದು ಹದಿನಾರನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಮೀರಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಸಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಈ ಡೇಟ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವರ್ ರಾಜೇಂದ್ರ ಅಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವನು ಫಾರ್ಮಸಿ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ.
Hello, I am not hearing anything.
Yes, sir. Now the session is mute now. In next 5 to 7 minutes, we will start the session.
Okay.
Yeah. Thakur sir, welcome. Yeah.
I will join in few minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
Please.
will join in few minutes.
We are waiting for you. Yeah.
I think Dr. Somani, 4 members have already joined.
Yeah, Dr.
Sethi sir,
Yeah.
Thakur sir, Toshniwal sir, and Dipender Singh. I have already called Dr. C.N. Patel. I think within 1 or 2 minutes he will also join.
Yes, yes, yes. Let him join. Then
Yeah,
Yes, sir has joined.
there. Sir has
Okay.
joined. Yeah.
Sir
we are
has
not
joined.
able
Good
to
afternoon,
see.
sir.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon,
sir.
CN Patel, sir.
सर नमस्कार सर, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग.
पी एन पटेल सर, नमस्ते.
नमस्ते चितलांगे सर.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir.
नमस्ते
Sir, namaskar. Namaskar.
सर. सर नमस्ते.
सर नमस्कार.
अंकित भाई
Ankit
नमस्ते.
Bhai is also there. Namaste, Ankit Bhai.
सबको नमस्कार.
अमित भाई नमस्ते.
नमस्कार सुमन सर.
अंकित सर, वेलकम.
यस सर, नमस्कार. वेलकम.
Ankit,
Welcome to
sir.
all
Good
dignitaries.
afternoon. Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, Sachin, good afternoon.
सिंगल नहीं ना
Namaste, R.S. Thakur Saab. Though you are in Bangalore, we are meeting virtually.
Namaste, namaste.
No, though you are in Bangalore, we are meeting virtually.
Open. Yes, sir. Namaste.
Thakur sir, namaskar and thank you so much for your great time today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You could squeeze your time in your busy schedule as we discussed, you know. Yeah.
That's why. Some other.
Hope all set are your end, sir. Thakur sir, as far as the audio and everything is concerned, right?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Correct.
I can hear.
Right, sir.
Good.
Right.
I think we have with us Dr. Dipendra Singh also.
Yeah, he's there.
Good afternoon, sir. Dipendra Singh ji.
Good afternoon.
He's there already.
Dipendra joined.
So our all esteemed panelists have already joined. Okay. And Pranali, how many of them are on YouTube? Please tell me.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Somani sir,
Yeah.
am I
Good
audible?
evening. Good afternoon. Yes, absolutely. You're audible.
Thank you, sir.
Your name, madam, your name, you Anjali Vanegaonkar,
Yeah,
please
because
change it if
As
possible. Yeah.
the thing is, what happened? It was running very nicely, but just 5 minutes back, so something happened with the laptop.
No problem. Just check if you can change it.
Yes,
If at all.
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Because, you know, we are going to take attendance of all the EC member of APTI Maharashtra.
Yes.
Okay. And for that matter, the Gujarat also there. Pranali, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. 22 are there.
22 on YouTube as of now. Okay. Okay. So I just
Might be
put
they'll
a
join
message.
at 3 p.m.
Yeah, correct. I have passed on the message to join by 2:45. Let's see. And I think the streaming has started, right?
Yes, sir. We have
YouTube
already.
streaming.
Yeah.
So you can put that YouTube stream, I mean, that link here also in the chat box so that our fellow colleagues can pass on to their WhatsApp groups also if they can.
I think we can begin with.
Sir, 2 more minutes, sir. Hope it is okay, sir. Sethi, sir.
Sir?
2 more minutes. It's okay,
Okay,
right?
sir.
Yeah. We'll start dot at 3 o'clock.
ನಾನು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ನಪ್ಪ ಏನು ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಮೇಲೋಗಿ
So Pranali, you will pin when the panelists speak, right?
Yes, sir.
As we have already done the demonstration yesterday. So ensure that whenever panelists are speaking, you know, you highlight it. And
Yes.
intermittently take photographs also as discussed.
Yes.
Sanket, you're also there, right?
Yes, Sanket is also there with me.
Yeah, good. ठीक है. And we have received the feedback form also, right, Pranali? I have shared the final form with you. So at the fag end, you will share it.
Yes, sir. I have shared the YouTube link in the chat box.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
So we are going to start at sharp 3 or we are
Yes. No, we'll start at 3. Yes, madam. Tejal madam, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
only 1
you-
minute left.
Yeah, correct.
And everyone will be there.
So,
everyone is
I-
already there. Yeah.
I think we should start a countdown just like that, you know, satellite launching countdown. Yeah.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, Dr. Vinita. Yeah.
ધીરેન ભાઈ નમસ્તે.
Yes, namaste sir. કેમ છો?
બસ મજામાં.
સર નમસ્તે.
નમસ્તે.
જયંત પટેલ સર નમસ્તે.
Dr. Thakur, namaste,
Namaskar,
sir.
namaskar.
Yeah, namaskar.
Yes, it's 3 o'clock now.
Yeah, madam.
Yeah.
It's 3 o'clock. Yeah, we can start.
So we are starting.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please.
Good evening, everyone. I, Dr. Vinita Khanvilkar, Associate Professor, Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Pharmacy, Navi Mumbai, and Executive Committee Member, APTI, Association of Pharmacy Teachers in India, Maharashtra State, and also the Coordinator for Capacity Building Forum of APTI MS, extend my warm greetings to each one of you gathered here today for this momentous occasion. As APTI Western Zone members, APTI Maharashtra State and APTI Gujarat State jointly organized a pivotal panel discussion on the draft bill of National Pharmacy Commission 2023. It is recently released by Union Health Ministry. The bill seeks to repeal the Pharmacy Act 1948 and establish a new regulatory framework for the pharmacy profession in India. It has the key objectives to improve access to affordable, high-quality pharmacy education, to ensure the availability of pharmacy professionals nationwide, to promote equitable healthcare by making pharmacy services accessible to all the citizens, to strengthen the regulation of pharmacy practice, and also to promote research and development in pharmacy. I feel proud to share that immediately after the release of this draft bill, APTI Maharashtra State and APTI Gujarat State has taken this collaborative initiative, marking a significant milestone for the Western Zone of APTI. Just to share, last week, similar panel discussion was organized by APTI Maharashtra State on National Education Policy on Research Development and Innovation in Pharmaceutical and Medical Sector in India. This reflects commitment of APTI fostering dialogue and advancement within the pharmaceutical domain. To kickstart today's event, I have the privilege of introducing our esteemed guest, who will illuminate us with the insights and expertise on their crucial subjects. We begin by welcoming Dr. Tejal Gandhi, influential academic figure and accomplished teacher and principal of Anand Pharmacy College in Anand, who also holds an esteemed position of President APTI Gujarat State. I welcome Madam to discuss the objectives of today's panel discussion. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon to all esteemed panelists. Dr. C.N. Patel, Principal, Sri Sarvajanik Pharmacy College, Dean GTU and Member PCI. Dr. Ramchandra Sethi, Director R&D, Rajiv Gandhi University. Dr. Ram Thakur, former Secretary PCI. Dr. S.K. Toshniwal, Director, Vidarbha Institute of Pharmacy and Central Council, Member of PCI. Dr. Dipender Singh, Vice President, APTI Central. Vice President of West Zone, Dr. Sohan Chitlange. Dr. Rakesh Somani, President of APTI Maharashtra State. EC members of APTI Maharashtra State and APTI Gujarat State. Distinguished member of APTI Maharashtra State and APTI Gujarat State. Registered all academicians, industrialists, dedicated educationists, pharmacists, and our valued viewers joining us on YouTube. I, Dr. Tejal Gandhi, am honored to welcome you all to this virtual panel discussion on the National Pharmacy Commission on behalf of APTI Gujarat State and APTI Maharashtra State. As we gather here today, we recognize the significance of this forum in shaping the future of pharmacy practice in our nation. I acknowledge the esteemed panelists, experts, and participants who have joined us from various corners of the country. Your presence today reflects a shared commitment to advancing the field of pharmacy and ensuring the well-being of our citizens. The primary objectives of today's discussion, this panel discussion, is to deliberate on matters concerning the National Pharmacy Commission. This commission plays a pivotal role in setting standards, regulating practice, and ensuring the highest level of quality and safety in pharmaceutical sector. The insights generated from this conversation today will be really invaluable in providing informed recommendation to the ministry. The pharmaceutical sector is dynamic and constantly evolving. A well-structured and responsive National Pharmacy Commission is essential in addressing emerging challenges, fostering innovations, and maintaining the highest standard of healthcare delivery. By participating in today's discussion, each of you contributes to the collective wisdom that will guide the Commission's efforts. Our discussion today will unfold through a series of insights and interactive sessions. Each panelist will bring a unique perspective, and we encourage active participation from each participant today also. The aim is to foster a constructive dialogue that not only identifies challenges, but also proposes the practical and effective solutions also. It is crucial to emphasize that the outcome of our deliberation today will not confine to this virtual space. The suggestions, recommendations, and insights generated during this panel discussion will be collated and shared with the ministry. This ensures that the voices and expertise represented here have a direct impact on shaping policies and initiatives at national level. In conclusion, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all members and participants for their valuable time, expertise, and dedication to the advancement of pharmacy in our nation. Let us engage in a meaningful conversation, share our knowledge, and collectively contribute to the betterment of our healthcare system. Looking forward to a fruitful and productive insights for 1.5 hours. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. We are also honored to have Dr. Sohan Chitlange sir, eminent educational expert and a dynamic leader, Principal Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Research, Pimpri, Pune, who is also the APTI Vice President, Western Region, to share his valuable remarks about the significance and impact of today's event. Over to you, Chitlange sir.
A very good afternoon to each one of you. At the onset, I would like to congratulate Team Maharashtra and Team Gujarat for taking initiative and organizing this panel discussion on National Pharmacy Commission draft bill circulated by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India on 10th November 2023. And they are expecting the inputs by within 30 days. So we have 10 more days to submit our inputs. Now, as this bill will mostly replace the previous Pharmacy Act 1948. I think during the panel discussion, we have now many experts available. So need to take a close look on Pharmacy Act 1948 and whatever the amendments or new things proposed in this National Pharmacy Commission 2023. What I have undergone through that there are total 9 chapters and 57 sections are there. And the basic, the main focus of the draft is on accessibility, quality, and ethical standard. And to provide this accessibility, quality, and ethical standard, in the draft, first time they have proposed 3 new boards. First board is Pharmacy Education Board, which will mainly take care of functions such as determining minimum requirement and standard of pharmacy education, developing competency-based curriculum. Maybe implementation of NEP 2020 will take some momentum after this finalization of the draft. Then prescribing qualifications, standard for institution, and norms for infrastructure and other parameters. So first is Pharmacy Education Board. The second board which is proposed is Pharmacy Assessment and Rating Board. This is something new, and a lot of discussion has been happened in past also, like in the line with NBA, NAC, that Pharmacy Council of standards of the pharmacy education in the country. So this board will take care of assessment and rating of the pharmacy institution. Then to grant the permission for new institution and courses, it is under this particular board. Then the conduct of inspections, making ratings public and taking measures for compliance. So this board is taking care of this part. And the third board is Pharmacy Ethics and Regulation Board. So to maintain the National Register for registered professionals, to approve or reject registration applications, and to regulate professional conduct, promote ethics, and handle complaints. So major change what I have observed is this constitution of 3 boards is there. Then one more change is proposed is the state pharmacy chapters. Now we do have state pharmacy, like councils are there, but their role is very limited. So state pharmacy chapters are there and they are supposed to ensure a coordinate development of education and several standards under this cell. So they will enforce professional conduct, code of ethics, and take disciplinary actions also. This is something which is an additional that the state pharmacy chapter will have authority to take the disciplinary actions. So there and many other things are there in this national pharmacy community. Development of education and human standards in this cell. So they will enforce professional conduct, code of ethics, and take disciplinary actions also. This is something which is an additional that the state pharmacy chapter will have authority to take the disciplinary action. So there and many other things are there in this national pharmacy community. Issue. So the proposed draft is a very welcome step, and I think now today's panel discussion will have more discussion on all these aspects. And as a APTI, my point is that this draft directly is not talking about the pay scales of the teachers. Qualification they are talking about, and that is which is missing in the previous act also. So like right now also there is a confusion with respect to whether we have to implement a UGC pay scale or still the AICTE pay scales are there. So that is one area which is look into. Then second is the faculty welfare provisions, like the PF is there or group insurance is there or gratuity is there. Though UGC is having all these nomenclatures and all those things are there, but they are not. Someone has muted me.
Now you can speak, sir. I think some glitch. You can continue.
So I have covered that point about faculty welfare, right?
Yes,
and,
yes.
Yeah. And
Yes,
there are many such points which need to be addressed. So more clarity is required on those points. So I think this panel discussion, whatever the output of panel discussion is there, already Tejal Gandhi madam has said, and that is what is proposed, that we are going to write it to the central government, and we will forward all the suggestions so that they can be incorporated. So very good initiative, and I congratulate all of you once again for this, and thank you for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to talk on this forum. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We wish that definitely the similar type of discussion will be held, and we all are eagerly waiting for the panel discussion. Now I call upon leading educationist, Dr. Dhiren Shah, Principal C.K. Pithawala Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Research, Surat, who is also the Vice President of APTI Gujarat State, to introduce our today's esteemed panelists, Dr. C.N. Patel, sir, Dr. Sanjay Toshniwal, sir, and Dr. Ramachandra Sethi, sir. Over to you, sir. Dhiren, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, madam. So, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. So, it's my privilege to introduce today's eminent panelist for this particular panel discussion. So, first of all, I would like to introduce Dr. C.N. Patel, sir. Sir, he's academician, and he has more than 30 years of experience. Out of them, more than 18 years of experience as a principal at the same college, Sarvajanik Pharmacy College, Mehsana. Sir is a member in a Central Council, Pharmacy Council of India, Pharmacy Board, AICTE, as well as the sir is also a dean in pharmacy for Gujarat Technological University. Sir has published more than 100 research publications. He has guided more than 50 PG students, as well as the more than 20 PhD students. Previously, again, various positions was held by the Dr. C.N. Patel, sir, that sir was president in APTI, Gujarat State Branch, Dean Pharmacy in HNGU, BOG member in GTU, as well as many more positions at various levels was held by the Dr. C.N. Patel, sir, and many more things on his account and as in his credit. So I welcome Dr. C.N. Patel, sir, for this panel discussion. Our second panelist is Dr. Sanjay Tusniwal, sir. Sanjay Tusniwal, sir, is a member for Central Council nominated by the Government of India, of Pharmacy Council of India. He is founder of Dr. S.K. Tusniwal Education and Research Trust, as well as the director for the Vidarbha Institute of Pharmacy, Washim. He is academic council member. He is a director in Marathwada Pharma Clusters. He is independent director in KPM, Ahmedabad. He is an ex-technical expert in the BPPI, Government of India. He is also a Indian patent attorney, where he was the topper in all India. Dr. Tusniwal secured the 5 national awards and awarded the best what is by the Wockhardt Foundation. He has granted 4 Indian patents as well as the international patents. He is the secretary in IPA Aurangabad. He is also chairman in Aurangabad Ethical Committee. And overall, in his credit, he has more than of the 26 years of experience. So, and again, the many more things we have already heard about the Dr. Tusniwal. So I welcome Tusniwal, sir, on this platform for this panel discussion from APTI side. Our third panelist is Dr. S. Ramachandra Sethi, sir, very eminent professor from the Government College of Pharmacy, Bangalore. Sir, right now, sir is a director R&D at RGUHS, member Pharmacy Council of India. Formerly, he was a member of a syndicate for the RGUHS Bangalore, as well as the dean for the RGUHS. Sir has guided more than 70 MPharm students, as well as the 11 PhD scholars. Sir has published more than 150 research papers, presented over 100 papers in conference, and his H index is about 18. Sir has delivered several invited talks as well as chaired the scientific sessions. Sir received a Best Teacher Award from the Rotary Club of Bangalore. Sir is an honorary fellow of Indian Pharmacological Society and honorary fellow of Association of Biotechnology and Pharmacy. Sir also received distinguished alumni awards from the Department of Pharmaceutical Science, Andhra University. So I welcome Sethi sir for this platform of this our APTI. So I welcome once again all our 3 panelists and eminent personality in the field of pharmacy, Dr. C.N. Patel sir, Dr. Sanjay Tusniwal sir, and Dr. Sethi sir. I welcome you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Vivek Vedasni sir, accomplished educationist who is the principal of Yashoda Technical Campus Faculty of Pharmacy, Satara, and who is also the Joint Secretary for APTI, Maharashtra State, to introduce other eminent resource persons for today's discussion, Dr. Dipendra Singh and Dr. Ram Thakur. Over to you, sir. Vivek, sir.
I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Very good afternoon to one and all. I take this opportunity with a great privilege on behalf of APTI Maharashtra State and APTI Gujarat State to panelist Dr. Ram Thakur sir. Dr. Ram Thakur sir has completed his PhD and PG from Jadavpur University, Kolkata. Sir has several professional recognitions like Associateship, Diploma of Institutes of Chemist India, Fellow of Institutes of Chemist India, Chartered Chemist Institutes of Chemist India. Sir has a vast experience of 40 plus years, right from pharmacist, senior research fellow, professor, head of department, director, and dean of Ranchi College of Pharmacy. Sir is chief editor, Journal of Pharmaceutical Research. Sir has awarded with various prestigious awards, some of which are Best Pharmacist Award by Joint Council of Pharmacists, Delhi, Acharya P.C. Rai Memorial Gold Medal, Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Bengal Branch, Kolkata, First Pharmalite National Award, Assam, Eminent Personality Award, Aswas Healthcare, Tiruvananthapuram. Apart from that, Thakur sir is for continuing education program for pharmacist, AICTE sponsored for various faculty development program. Sir has faced the research grant of 14,20,000 as a principal investigator for his research project. Sir has guided 55 students for PG and 2 for PhD. Along with this, Sir has been president of Atomic Energy Works Union, Secretary Indian Hospital Pharmacy Association, President All India Pharmacy Association, President Coal India Pharmacy Association. Today, we are quite fortunate to have such a great personality with us. So on behalf of all of us, I welcome Dr. Ram Thakur sir for this plenary discussion. Our another eminent speaker, young and dynamic leader of Association of Pharmacy Teachers of India, Vice President of Central Zone, Dr. Dipendra Singh sir, who is currently associated with Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University, Raipur. Sir is nominated member of Pharmacy Council of India, New Delhi. Sir is around 19 years of teaching experience and research experience. His research recognition is highlighted with 110 plus research publications, H-index 30, Art-index 90, and citations close to 5,000. Sir has 2 Indian and 2 international patents granted. Sir has completed various projects under UGC, AICTE, ICMR, DST. Sir is recipient of Department of Health Research, ICMR, Young Indian Biomedical Scientist Award in 2019, UGC Raman International Award 2014, and UGC Research Award 2012-14. Recently, Dipendra Singh sir has conferred with prestigious APTI Dr. LVG Nargun of Nargun Research Foundation for the CJ Sishu Award for his research in pharmaceutical sciences. Sir has been to numerous countries for scientific and research collaborations, such as National Center for Natural Product Research, School of Pharmacy, University of Mississippi, USA, School of Medical Science, Deccan University, Australia, AMIST University, Malaysia, and University Sultan Zainal Abidin, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. With this introduction, I welcome Dr. Dipendra Singh sir and also Dr. Ram Thakur sir for this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vivek sir. So now we are about to embark on discussion we have all been eagerly anticipating. I would like to highlight to all the participants here that this dialogue will inevitably spark numerous questions. Some might arise as the discussion unfolds. I encourage each and every one of you to actively participate in this exchange of ideas. Your engagement is crucial, and to facilitate the seamless interaction, I urge you to make the use of the chat box on both Zoom and YouTube. Please share your questions there, and rest assured we'll be actively collecting them throughout our discussion. Now, our panel discussion today will be skillfully moderated by Dr. Rakesh Somani, who not only serves as the principal of D.Y. Patil University School of Pharmacy, Navi Mumbai, but also holds the esteemed position of President APTI, Maharashtra State. Dr. Somani sir's exceptional leadership has been instrumental in guiding the Maharashtra State APTI to new heights, earning them the esteemed Best Branch Award. This accolade stands as a testament to the dynamic and impactful initiatives undertaken by Maharashtra State APTI branch under Dr. Somani sir's guidance. His dedication and commitment to advancing the field of pharmaceutical education and fostering excellence within our association are truly commendable. So we are honored here to have Dr. Somani steering our discussion today, and we look forward for benefiting from his expertise and insightful moderation. So over to you, Dr. Somani.
Thank you, madam. Once again, thanks to all the panelists. Without further ado, I'll just go to the the entire system of the panel discussion. So I request all the esteemed panelists. We will start with the introductory session on this. Maybe 1 minute or 1.5 minutes will be given to each panelist first to say a few words on the first point, and later on, as the discussion further unfolds, then we will carry further. So request would be that once one panelist is finished, then we'll go to the another one. That way, the panel discussion will go away, because we have 24 minutes we have utilized in all these primary dialogue, which is also important, because our audience must know that who are the members in the panel discussion. I am really happy that such a esteemed panel we have today. And so I start with the panel discussion, and I am sure that lots of questions will arise from this discussion. Probably we may have to have the extension of this panel discussion in future also. So I'll start with the senior most here in terms of experience per se, Dr. Ram Thakur sir, with this. And the first question will be common for all the panelists. And the question is that, what are the positives or positive side of this bill? There are a lot of discussion happening across. So we all will talk about what are the positive of this bill in the beginning, and subsequently we'll go to the another question. So Ram Thakur sir, in 1 minute, please could you highlight the positive with reference to the current Pharmacy Act 1948? What are the positives in this bill? That's the question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. The first foremost effect of this new bill is that the objectives are very broad in this bill, as was pronounced by Dr. Khanvilkar in the beginning, and everybody can read that. Compared to the original Act of 1948, which had only 3 pinpointed objectives: setting up of Central Council for prescribing minimum standard of education, state pharmacy councils for registration, and third was that restricting provision of pharmacy to registered pharmacists only. So compared to that, here
इसमें ये जो एक्टिविटीज है ना मैम,
international collaboration
फेसबुक पे
और
राइटअप्स नहीं है उसमें.
subject matter, curriculum, and moreover the professional practice, that is very well elaborated here, which was there, is there in the existing one, but that matter was with the state under clause KK of section 46(2). But none of the state government till now, after 75 years of introduction of Pharmacy Act, could make any practice regulation or code of ethics for pharmacists, which was required by the states to be done. Only few years back in 2015, Pharmacy Council of India brought out this pharmacy practice regulation, but that the Pharmacy Council of India cannot implement because registration is with the state, practice is with the state, so a state has to do it. And that matter remained like that only. It is only in record. So our 75 years of experience of this Pharmacy Act, which was also initiated as a celebration last year between 22 and 23 from 4th March 2022 to 3rd March 2023. And during this period, more than 365 events were taken. And everywhere I was telling that why not you assess this act and come out with concrete suggestions to the government so that the Pharmacy Act can be revamped and the profession of pharmacy in India can be brought to the level of international level par excellence, so that when we are using the Western medicines, the patients of India or the consumers, they also deserve pharmaceutical services of the same standard as it is there in developed countries or Europe, Australia, and almost most of the Asian countries also are far, far better than the situation in India. But thanks God that this message could not be well taken by the pharmacists of this country, but government took the initiative. They appointed Education Commission on that 16-member commission, and they, I think if they are involved in the genesis of this bill, then they have done tremendous praiseworthy work, that such an elaborate bill has come, which improves a scope of education, improves a scope of practice of pharmacy, and the monitoring system that is there in this bill. So with these, I think there are me and the analysis I have made, my tutor few days back, 3-4 days back.
Yes,
I have put all those points that these are the reasons why I have every reason to support this bill. And this bill, as soon as it comes, it replaces the existing bill. That will be the brightest day for the future of profession of pharmacy in India. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for those opening remarks. And a very beautiful word you used, that is praiseworthy work, you know, the government of India has done. So I go to Dr. C.N. Patel, sir, another eminent personality, probably, I mean, he was also involved into the drafting the bill. Sir, what are the positives of this bill when you compare the Pharmacy Act? Now, some points Thakur sir has already mentioned. Apart from that, if you want to highlight some important point in 1 minute, please. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Namaste to all.
Namaste.
Sir, it is really, Chitlanga sir initially narrated, it is the welcome stage because there are number of merits are there. In this commission, the work is decentralized by forming other 3 boards. And the duties are segregated, educational activity, assessment activity, registration activity are segregated. Second point is the foreign institute can also be recognized, the provision is there. Senior peoples will be there on the position and they cannot be a longer period because they cannot be extended and again renominated. So different minds will be there, so different idea will be available. So we can change our requirement as per the requirement of time. There are also a number of activities required because the Pharmacy Act 1948, when constituted, it was the pre-computer era. So e-pharmacy, online business and rules and regulation norms cannot be there in the Act 1948. So for the selling online, the businessmen are interpreting the norms, present norms, as per their convenience. So they can also be considered not only directly into the DSC Act. So this kind of the present requirement can be considered in the commission. There are a number of points. So few points are depending here. Thank you.
Great, sir. So one of the key points, what you rightly mentioned, that this, the members cannot extend their tenure for uncontrolled way. That is very important feature apart from others. I go to Sethi sir. Sir, your opening remarks as far as the positive sides of this bill. Yeah, Sethi sir. Hello. Sethi sir, are you able to hear me, sir? Yeah.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Now I am able to hear you. Please, your opening remarks.
The first point is no more monopoly in pharmacy profession, regulation of pharmacy education. No more monopoly. One person will be there for 18 years, 20 years, no more monopoly. Second aspect is there were no definitions in the Act. Who is pharmacy, who is pharmacy professional and all. Here there are clear-cut definitions for the various professional activities. Third point is here for the regulation and recommendation appellation. There are 3 different autonomous bodies have been constituted in the Act. Thereby, work division is taking place. Earlier, it used to be on only one team, and they have to do that. The whole pharmacy education is regulated by 7 members team: president, vice president, 5 executive members. Pharmacy is totally only those things, and it is sent wrong signals all the way. Therefore, to rectify such lacunae of better regulation, better ranking, better registration process, and probably because there are the fourth point is now there is no state pharmacy council. There will be the chapters of the national pharmacy, state chapters of the National Pharmacy Commission. Thereby, there will be a better integration. And we can implement in a better way regarding one nation.
And the act is giving more autonomy to the board commission, as well as there is a balance between the autonomy and the responsibility and check. Balance and checks are maintained, as there is in the act. There was no mentioning about the intervention by the government when there is a financial frauds. Now that has been included in one of the section. Therefore, autonomy and balance between the autonomy and the checks are there. This is another important thing.
Right, sir.
With this, I think there are few more, but due to time constraints, I'm stopping here with only 4 points. We shall discuss other points at the later stage. Thank you.
Right, sir. Thank you. So two important words you use, sir. That is, one is decentralization and autonomy to commission. I think that is really important for an organization which is a very professional. I go to Toshniwal, sir. Sir, your views, opening remarks. What are the positives in this act?
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. While posting my positive seconding to Patel sir, Thakur sir, Sethi sir, let me talk more on the legal side, because most of the part has already been covered by the experts. As Tejal madam has said, our field is always dynamic and emerging, and we cannot lag behind. The earlier act was 75-year-old act, and several high courts and Supreme Court had raised the concerns on several sections of that act. For example, like mainly we were governed by section 10 and 12, and the court, many contradictory orders are there stating that Pharmacy Council of India cannot be granted powers under these sections. This is one. Second thing, as we are dynamic, the act should also be dynamic, and we should also be dynamic. In this section, if you look at section 50 to 55, those are dynamic sections, and every now and then, for upgradation, several rules and regulations could be framed, because the powers are accorded to central government, National Pharmacy Commission, state government, and many more. Third thing is, earlier act was lacking in representation of industry and other people in the board. As Sethi sir has said, there are 3 boards and several members of the stakeholders from the different parts of our field. They will be representing this. Importantly, the funding powers were not there in earlier act, which we are talking about, like GPAT scholarship and the schemes for faculty and all the other development. So these powers are now been included in this National Pharmacy Commission by way of grants. A special section is given for the grants and audits and everything. And the special provision would be made by central government. So with this, and the assessment is always a part, your pharmacy institution, they are facing problems of assessment. Some are going to NAC, some are going to NBA and all other things. Here now the part is now included in this Commission Act itself as an assessment board. So with these few marks, I hand over the mic again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So quite a few, important aspects you have said. Mainly, grant is major concern for all of us. We all want that PCI should give some grants to, pharmacy institutions. So you have rightly pointed out. I go to Dr. Dipendra Singh, sir. Sir, your opening remarks on the positives of this particular act. Over to you, sir, please.
So, thank you so much, sir. And again, a welcome step. And I think so the draft which came again narrating so many things which was not covered. Specifically, I'm more concerned and I'm more happy that again the decentralization part is that is done by creating the chapters and empowering the chapters to monitor the institution at state level. So again, that will reduce the centralized work, and again we will be at the lower level or at the base level, we will be more capable of monitoring and creating a good environment for the education. Apart from that, boards were created already. Chitlange sir, everything they have covered, and all the learned members already discussed about that. Boards are created. Just a few more things, because after 75 years we are coming with this commission, and again it should be very futuristic, because as said, it should be dynamic and futuristic. And what the members it is taken. Again, I'm the if you'll see the experience and qualification, it is being specified, specific, and that will limit the thing, that people with good academic background or professional experience will come and contribute to the profession. That is from my side.
Right, sir. Thank you. So as we all know that this draft has been made in at par with the National Medical Commission, National Dental Commission, and all other equivalent commissions. So as Dipendra sir rightly said that autonomy, decentralization, which will reduce the burden of different state branches also. I go to Sethi sir back and wanted to ask Sethi sir, you mentioned that now there is a chapter and there is no council mentioned. So what do you feel? What is the difference between the chapter and the council which is highlighted into Act, sir? Sethi sir. Yeah, Sethi sir, are you able to hear me?
Sir, state council means it is a sort of independent body organized under the Act. When it comes to the chapter, just like a Rotary chapter of so and so means there will be head, and integration is easier.
Right.
And we can, being a chapter, we can assign certain inspections or something else other than the only registration. Now, council is having only registration. And according to section 32, they can inspect. But here, they are of other responsibilities as a chapter. The Central Commission can assign duties or they can assign extra powers to them, and in council there are no extra powers, but here disciplinary action can be taken by them.
Okay, so
what I feel is in the form of chapter, in one sentence, in the form of chapter, we are empowering the pharmacy state council. That's all.
That's very important, as you rightly said, integration. And as of now, in many of the states, these councils are also not existing. Of course, in some states, councils are there, but then they have their own mechanism. So national and state councils will go hand in hand, and I think that integration will happen. I go back to Patel sir, and the question is, sir, I read or heard somewhere that representation of educationists is more in this, and the other stakeholders, from the field are not represented in this draft bill. That has been a discussion going on. Your thought on this particular, Patel sir?
Yes, sir. Before going to this point, I would like to add one point in the previous point. One good things in this draft is advisory council is also there.
Yeah.
So the dignitaries from the industry, clinical pharmacy, everywhere come together. Even the representative of the several organizations, institutions like UGC or research bodies. So they are also coming there and giving the suggestions and guidance.
एक second, sir, Patel sir, you are mute.
1 minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
You unmute Patel sir and mute others.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
So
yes, sir, please.
So by virtue of this provision of the advisory council, the new ideas from the different corners of the pharma sector will come there, and guidance and suggestion will be there. So accordingly, the commission can work and cope up the challenges and convert this challenge to the opportunity. This is the one. Now, your question, the presentation of the academia is there. Now, what is the role of pharmacy council and what would be the role of the commission? Generally, the council or commission are controlling the educational institutes. So, naturally, the more academics are required there. I'm not opposing the other ones. We are working with the hospitals, and hospitals are controlled by the medical commission. So need not to control by pharmacy commission. Problems of the industry and the retailers, wholesalers are controlled by the DSC, FDCA. So there is no need for provision in our commission or our council. So major portion is academia to be controlled by the commission. So more eminent experience academics are required in there. Even though several members are coming from the different way, suppose 6 members from the state-wise nominees of the sorry, appointment of the states.
Zone wise, they are there. Zone wise.
Zone-wise members may come from the different sectors, hospitals, yeah, chemists and druggists, and industrialists, and several industry peoples are also coming there. The provision is there. So some peoples are different sectors are also there. So nothing only the academicians are there. More majority academics are required because our role of council is for the control of the academia, preparing the syllabus, fulfilling the requirement. So this is why a senior people from academia is required. I think it is worth, and I think it should be.
Thank you. I mean, you rightly pointed out that the function of the commission is mainly into the education. That's why educationists have been empowered. And so, as you said, advisory council. And when you see the composition of advisory council, there are many things. So I go to Thakur sir now, because Thakur sir has published 2-3 articles on this particular commission and draft bill. And I have gone through all those articles, and one conclusion I draw, sir, as you are praising this particular thing mainly. But what is your opinion about this advisory council? What are the powers advisory council has been given? Because if you see the commission, a search and selection committee has been appointed for selecting the members of the commission, and advisory council, there are no specific guidelines given for appointing the advisory council member. So what is your view on this, Thakur sir?
Or enforcement of the act, rules will be made by central government under section 51 of, then it becomes the act, and regulations will be made by the commission. And that regulation will be central regulation applicable to all the states. Earlier, for central council, regulations were made by the central council, and for the state pharmacy councils, the regulations were to be made by the state government under section 46. So a difference is there. Some state, something is touched, something is left, like that. So now there will be uniformity, complete uniformity will be there. And for the advisory committee also, there is the composition will be such that it will cover all the aspects related to education as well as profession. And the major advantage is that the act itself says that the curriculum will be a dynamic one. So role of advisory committee will be much more. And accordingly, persons of such aptitude, of such knowledge, expertise in the field, including foreigners, they are to be included on the support of the commission. So these things are going to strengthen the education system, the dynamic curriculum, both at UG and PG level. That will be the most useful one, because we remain with the education regulation of 2000 or 2014 and things like that. Things have changed every year, every moment, things are changing. But the system is such that it cannot be done so quickly. But here it is dynamic. So continuous improvement will be there in the curriculum. At the same time, the advisory committee's role, especially relating to education, it will be, because other boards, they will be independent. Advisory committee's role, maximum to the extent that this framing of the regulations for education, in that will be there. And accordingly, the people from all streams, they will be there.
Right.
The advisory committee. So let us wait for the rules which are to be made under section 51 when it becomes the act, and regulations under section 52 when this bill becomes the act.
Right, sir. So I found one point very fascinating in this act, that pharmacy qualification outside India, that has been precisely mentioned into this act, right? Probably it wasn't earlier mentioned. So I go to Toshniwal sir and ask him about this, that what is the significance of this particular clause or section included into this act, where act talks about, the draft talks about pharmacy qualification outside India, which is highlighted. Toshniwal sir, your thoughts? Yeah, Toshniwal sir. I don't know if I'm not able to reach to Toshniwal sir. Meanwhile, I go further. Yeah, Toshniwal sir, are you able to hear? Okay, so I go to Dipendra Singh sir. And Dipendra sir, what are your thoughts about this inclusion of pharmacy qualification outside India? That is a very typical point the draft bill talks about. So how it is important for the foreign education or the student taking foreign education and then trying to practice into country. Your thought on that? I think Toshniwal sir is back. Dipendra sir, are you able to hear me?
Sir, can I answer to this query?
Yeah, please, sir. Okay, no problem, please.
Can I, sir?
Yes, sir, I said yes.
Shetty sir, you can answer.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, you see, in the earlier act, as you mentioned, there was no provision for registering any or recognizing any foreign qualification in India for registration purpose. Now, there is possibility of recognition as well as just like in other practicing professionals, they are having some equivalence examination. That provision will help to check the inflow of other people who can raid our institution. And now, you see, many foreign universities are getting establishing in India. Those people may bring their own courses.
Right.
Therefore, it is better to have a check on that and to regulate that aspect also, this particular section, because in the discussion, it has come over there on the day of drafting. So in that discussion, it is on par with other professional practicing professions. Our profession should also have such checks and balances. Hence, it has been introduced.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, sir, for the clarification. I go to Toshniwal, sir.
Toshniwal is back. You can talk to him once again.
One interruption I want to make.
Please, sir.
In the existing act also, there is section 14 that relates to recognition of foreign qualifications. So it's not that earlier, now it is not there. It's since 48 only.
Okay.
Recognition of foreign qualifications, and those qualifications are registered in India. That is there.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the update. I go to Toshniwal, sir, as I am able to see him back again on the screen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. It's a technical issue. So, sir, a very interesting discussion is happening about the foreign qualification registration. And I also observed about that state register and central register. That has been, I think it was earlier in the Pharmacy Act also it was mentioned. And now digitalization of the both register is happening. So how do you see this move? Maintaining central register, state register, and synchronizing this data. What is the impact of this kind of provision into that? Your thought on that?
Yes, sir. This is a very good provision, which we will. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. By way of this, the change which is in, which I could see in this commission is state government will process the registrations after having made regulations under section 50 onwards. It will give powers to make regulations to the state as well as national commission. So under that, state will make the registration, which will digitally online will be made available by the central register. And the central register and the state register will be in alignment. Nowadays, what is happening, if one person in one state want to practice in other state, there are a lot of issues which is created nowadays. And there is no smooth procedures in existence right now in the act. So this is streamlined. Second times, in some of the time, state machinery, if it is not functioning well, the National Pharmacy Commission is empowered to make regulations for the state and it is enforceable. So main point which I was talking, by way of this commission, every section and every part of academic standard and governance is under enforcement by way of this commission act, which was lacking in earlier act. So that is a biggest change. Third thing is like teacher. If I am in Maharashtra, if I am appointed in somewhere in Karnataka, the teachers are facing problem, and it is a variation of the rules from the governing body. We will not say only one body, whether Pharmacy Council of India. But that teacher is unnecessarily facing problem that I am registered in that state and serving in that state. So it is creating an unnecessary hassle for her or him. So the national register will govern all these uniformly for the nation. If it is not used for the practice and for the service, if it is there, then at the national level it would be accepted.
Okay, so if that really get implemented, I think that is going to be a very revolutionary step, I should say. Yeah, Patel sir, please.
Sure. In medical discipline, there is no provision of state council, I think. So only the national registrar is there. So they are having very conveniency. Second, as per the Aadhaar Act 2016, our Prime Minister having a vision to join all the civilians. Already they have joined with the PAN card, joined with the election card. So all the teachers, all the students would be linked with the Aadhaar card. So identification will be there. So malpractices can be nullified. This is the main aspect required by the centrally. In Canada and America, all the civilians are having online data. Similarly, in India, no doubt we are having more populated, even though we are going to be covered. This is the vision of our dignitaries. One thing is there. On second point, dignitaries of the foreign institute and students. Generally, the foreign institute should be a member of the AIU, Association of Indian Universities, or indirectly, Commonwealth is the member of AIU, so the foreign institute should be a member of the Commonwealth. So this is the link. Second, the syllabus must be equivalent. Syllabus must be at par in hours and everything. So this all kinds of criteria cannot be met now. So will be covered in this commission. So this is my view. Thank you, sir.
Right. So as you spoke about the malpractices, and I'm, we all know that Pharmacy Ethics and Registration Board, PARB, that has been very critically been mentioned in that. I go to now Dipender sir. Sir, are you there? Dipender sir?
Yeah. I'm there.
Yes, yeah. I was trying to reach to you earlier in the earlier question. So now, since we are talking about malpractices and ethics part here, and very clearly they have mentioned Pharmacy Ethics and Registration Board as one of the boards, So how do you see this? I mean, ethics is a part of a personalized identity per se. So how the government would be in a position, I mean, the commission would be in a position to implement this ethics part? Your views on that?
Actually, if you'll see, we are directly, if you'll see our profession, we are directly associated with so many, because we are a dynamic profession and we are having different facets also. So a few things I was hearing. So I'm having some different view on that. But first I'll answer what the question you are asking. But because if you'll see the registration and because now it is not an issue of recognition of your profession, we are well recognized. But the ethics part is again a matter of concern, because our people are again, they are practicing in the community, or they are not going to it should be dispensed by them. They are landing their registration to some other shops or they are renting it. That part is again. Then the registration part, which is to be taken care, again it will be taken care by this. So I think so this is a good step where we are trying to monitor, and if you see the draft again, they are having a provision of punishment too. So if I think so again there is a suggestion the Jan Adhikar bill or that recently which was introduced, again they are having the increased provisions of imprisonment and penalty when you are not following the ethical norms or not following the norms of what it is laid there. So that is a good part. And that will be the regulation. Again, you are in the commission, you are having a power to punish, or you power to just lay a penalty on them.
Okay, so as you said, sir, that a lot of provisions are mentioned here, but ultimately we need to more, focus on the individualized ethics also per se. I go to the next point. Yeah, I go to the next point. about the PAR, that is Assessment and Rating Board. Now we have so many assessment and accreditation, bodies and boards available in our country, particularly NAAC and NBA. So I ask you, sir, depends on yourself only, that what will happen when this assessment and rating board comes into picture. So what will be the overall effect, with reference to this board and the other accrediting agencies per se?
Exactly. Actually, if you see the right now, what current situation, if you see, few days back, again, the central government has, with the Quality Council of India, they are coming with a new accreditation for the medical, dental, and nursing institution and pharmacy institutions. That is again initiated by the government. So again, there is a conflict that again because at the same time commission is introduced, and we are also having a provision. We are trying to make a provision of accreditation and assessment board, and like again for the accreditation, again central government is also making specifically for the medical professionals also. So it should be taken care. Maybe I think so the profession, if you are making assessment and making accreditation, there we should follow at least it should be from one board only. If our commission is making, then it should be the suggestion should be given to the government. Either you just don't include in that quality that QCI accreditation. So that is also required.
So this is very important.
Multiple accreditation is not required if we are having a very strong commission, and if you an assessment procedure. Also. That is again, it should be very clear in that.
Right. So very, very important point Dipen sir has mentioned that, that multiple assessment or multiple accrediting body may create a issue. Patel sir wanted to say something on this, please.
Yeah. Rightly Dipendra sir said, I would like to add some points. So in assessment, some provision will be also there. So first, approval inspection can be carried out by the commission, national commission, and following inspection can be given to the state commission, chapter, whatever the name. So the load can be adjusted, because day by day the number of institutes, pharmacy institute, diploma, degree are increasing very high in rate, because medical, homeopathy, Ayurveda is a very in limited numbers, but we are having a great numbers, and day by day the institutes are increased. So to control the can be also decentralized. This will be second, and the full existence of the National Education Policy 2020, there should be a number of other accreditation bodies beyond the NBA or NAAC. Some private accreditation body can also be a possible. Foreign accreditation agency can also be allowed in India to accredit. So this, which makes this assessment council board is required. So it will be easy to contribute and give the best policy can be developed. This also be considered.
Okay, I think Toshniwal sir also wanted to add here, please.
Yes, sir. Regarding accreditation, we are teachers and we know rightly, currently we are following two paths. One is NAAC and one is NBA. If you look at the NBA process, they are more governed from the AICTE norms and regulations. We are fed up with the problems. Yeah. If you go to the NAAC, it has a UGC system and there is a different problem we are facing. So, this pharmacy commission will have a uniform curriculum, and we are the best judge. The teachers are the best judge. What are the policies to be governed in the institution to bring the standards out in the students? Yeah. So considering this will be the best mechanism that we should have our own assessment board rather than having multiple boards. Secondly, as Patel sir has said, in view of NEP, we will have a multiple entry and multiple exit. Now, in case of pharmacy, who will govern this? We are the best judge that we will know that the entrant person needs this. These are the standards and norms to be completed. This is the education to be completed, and these are the facilities. So this would be more effectively implemented by way of our assessment board rather than Quality Council of India, and all other things can remain. But as Dipendraji has said, I think we should be strong enough. We should strongly suggest this to the government that further strengthen this assessment board by way of uniform mechanism.
So that is a crux out of this discussion, that there has to be a single assessment accreditation body which can be suggested to the government from this. I come to a very important question now, and it has come through the chat boxes also. And probably since ages we are discussing, what should be the minimum qualification of registration as a pharmacist in this country, whether it should be a diploma of pharmacy or a bachelor of pharmacy. And I see that at least I couldn't notice very precisely in the act what should be the qualification. I asked our expert Dr. Thakur sir about this. What is his views on whether the act talks about the minimum qualification, or what are your views?
Well, the act will not fix qualification. It is the authority under the act, that is the commission. They will fix minimum qualification. For that, they are empowered. Now, in the beginning itself, I had told that we are dealing with the Western system of medicine, which was imported to this country by Britishers for themselves, but later on extended to Indians also. And everything that remained in this country, because of their traditions, we have been following that without any change. During the period they were here, or even after they went in 47, then also the same things continuing. And the pathetic part is our Pharmacy Act is not based on the condition prevailing in India in 1948. It is based on the condition prevailing in India in 1927 to 1930. For the first time in 1927, at 14th Indian Science Congress held at Lahore, Dr. J.C. Bose, he had raised the issue about quality of the medicines which are being imported in India and dispensed to Indian people. So that was the basis of the appointment of Drugs Inquiry Committee in 1930, and in 1931, 29th March, they submitted the report. In that report only, they have given complete description what the Pharmacy Act should be. But unfortunately, the drugs part was taken, Drugs Act was introduced, but the pharmacy remained in the background. And so our Pharmacy Act is not only 75 years old, it is 75 plus those 1927 to 1948, so much old on that condition. So it is completely irrelevant. Everything has changed. Therefore, in this act, when the condition for this, you had asked about
DPharm. I was talking about diploma.
Minimum qualification. Now,
sir,
see,
can I add here, sir? Can I add here?
Let me finish in 2 minutes.
I thought you were finished. Oh, sorry.
Now, see the situation. In 1932, in USA, 4 years degree course was adopted as minimum qualification for registration as pharmacist. In 1954, they made it 5 years. And later in 2000, that PharmD course they made minimum. But our Pharmacy Act came in 48. In 1953, the first education regulation of diploma in pharmacy came. By that time, we could not emulate the system of USA. Although the person, Professor Saraf, who started pharmacy course in this country, he was a US trained person. Because of the condition that here 2 years degree course was prevailing. So he cannot make 4 years degree course or 3 years degree course. But that was an humble beginning. And anyway, he started with degree only. He did not start with diploma. 1932. And later on, when the act came in 48, thereafter this diploma arrived. Parallelly, those compounders course and other course were prevailing in the municipal acts in various states. So the condition is that we use the same medicine as used in the West. Medicines have same effects or side effects on all without discrimination. Whether he is European or Indian, medicine will have same effect. Therefore, our system cannot be inferior to their system. And the degree level is the minimum requirement which this commission should introduce right from the beginning. Maybe it takes few years, but slowly it has to be weeded out.
Yeah. So thank you,
Sir,
sir. Your
sir,
point
I
is
will,
correct.
sir, I
Yes,
will
sir.
add here. I will add here.
Sethi, sir, please.
Sir,
Yes,
I will add here. So this discussion was there even in the committee also.
Yes, sir.
There, the act shall not include the minimum eligibility
Yes, yes.
criteria. Instead, we shall authorize the National Pharmacy Commission to discuss elaborately with the professionals who have been appointed. After elaborated discussion, once it has come also in the discussion that let it be BPharm and 2 years time shall be given to diploma colleges to upgrade, otherwise let them perish. This was the discussion. But later on, it has come to the knowledge, it was come to the decision that Act shall give full authority to the National Commission to introduce whatever best in the interest of the profession by the August body. Therefore, this is there, sir.
Okay, so
This is what I want to.
very rightly said by Sethi, sir. So we expect that when the commission come into force, this thing will be deliberated upon and the upliftment of the qualification, minimum qualification would be taken care. That is what, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So let us, yeah. So now I go back to Patel, sir. Lots of discussion is happening about NEP, right, sir? And now how this act is at the draft is talking about implementing NEP also. Sometimes we say that pharmacy is not under the ambit of NEP. Sometimes there are thought process going on in the deemed universities and other universities that pharmacy is to be brought under NEP. So what this act is talking about, whether is there any lacunae in the act with reference to NEP, your opinion, Patel?
Sir, directly act not consider the NEP steps.
Yeah.
NEP is the improve our basic educational system. Whatever we studied by the NACOLA system, and we are generally aim to generate the clerical peoples. So as per our traditional educational, our Sanskriti, our Indian knowledge system, all together come into our history, our ancient science, maths should be covered here. So in our students, not only writing, यानी memory based knowledge के सिवाय मौलिक knowledge आए वो concern है. It should be covered in our syllabus. So the educational board should will include these all points in the syllabus. Now as the Tosniwal sir narrated, multiple exit, multiple entry. So we are covering 2 years of diploma course, 4 years of the degree course, 6 years of the PharmD course, and 4+2 the MPharm courses. As per my view, the syllabus should cover for multiple and exit point of view. So after 2 years, suppose diploma is not there, then 1 year, 2 years, or we decide 3 years. After 3 years completion of the course, the students would be a pharmacy technician or pharmacy assistant. So this provision is there in the foreign countries. They are helping the registered pharmacists. So when we are removing the diploma, then the 2 years or 3 years, what we decide, our commission decide, the person having, the student having the certificate after 2 or 3 years should be considered equivalent for the pharmacy technician to help the profession, help the registered pharmacist. After 4 years, it will be degree. After 5 years, 6 years, the PharmD. And after 4 years, the branches of the MPharm should be start. So this is the exit. This is the choice for students. Now, what's about the colleges? College will be vacant. There is a problem of the survival of the college. So entries would be decided. And earlier we are giving admission to the BSc, having the chemistry, analysis, microbiology, biotechnology, biology. So they should be entered after 1 year. After MSc should be entered in the after the 2nd year. Similarly, physiotherapy also having BSc, nursing is also having BSc courses. They should be allowed here in C. So from the medical, from the dental, from the nursing, they are having the basic courses. They should be entered in. So having the solving the problem of the survival of the colleges, a multiple entry also we have to think. So these all points should be covered, considered in the educational board after constitution of the and working of the working starting by the commission.
Right.
This is my view.
Right, sir. Yeah, Toshniwal sir wanted to add something, and then we'll go to Dipen sir. for the comments. Yeah, Toshniwal sir. You are mute, sir. You have to. Yeah.
2-3 crispy points from my side on the NEP side. As Somani sir, you said, you will see that the Pharmacy Council of India was not included under the head of council.
Yeah.
But if you look at the section 52 or 54, I don't remember exact, pharmacy is still sitting under the definition of technical education in the
Yeah.
NEP. So 52, that is one. Second thing, as on in ahead in future, this discussion is going to be happen for sure, because NEP is on skill basis or practical basis implementation. So in pharmacy also some skill based courses will be there, and hence when I read this commission has been made dynamic, and it is flexible that to incorporate all such good things ahead also, from the student perspective, from the institution perspective, and from the government policy perspective. That's all, sir.
Right, sir. Dipen sir, your thought on this? Sir, you are mute, Dipen sir.
Sir, actually, there are 2-3 things that which again there is a if you'll see a conflict.
Yeah.
Because I was attending one meeting in that Secretary of Health, they were point, because if you'll see the NEP 2020, it is talking about flexibility, liberty, and again autonomy. But at the same time, if you'll see our commission's provisions, they are very tight and rigid. Okay, first thing. Second thing, we nowhere in the commission's bill deform word is used.
Yeah, true.
At the same time, government is saying if this course is giving opportunity to you people are interested in closing it. What is the reason? That why? What is the motive behind that you want to close it? Why don't you make it a 2-year very relevant course, which should by which they should contribute to the profession? Why you want to close it? That their view was like that. And again, if you see NEP 2020, even they're saying ki if you are doing 1-year course, if you are having some credit, then you should give some certification to them.
Certificate, yeah.
So that is required. So at the same time, both should be narrated, because in one way you cannot say that ki we are going to enhance the minimum qualification up to B form. So what is the reason of enhancing the qualification up to B form? You want to teach something very relevant, by which they can contribute. So that can be amended, that can be changed, that can be included in 2-year course also. Because lot of, if you see in medical profession also, the PG courses or the very specific courses topic, the skill they take, it is of 1 year and 2 year.
Right.
So that was a point of discussion. So again, I'm initiating here, why not to make it strengthen it? Why to dissolve it?
So that's very relevant point, sir has mentioned that instead of closing down, make the diploma relevant so that it goes to that level, where I think that is a matter of always a debate and discussion.
Because one thing what I feel, it is always quoted that nowhere in the world, in the world there is but I'm not convinced with it, because our country is having different dimension, we are having different problem, and we are having different solutions for it. So why we look after if US is not doing, we will also not do, because they are having their different problem, we are having different problem. So better to be very clear on जो हम कहते हैं ना, हमारे आंख से चश्मा हटा के बिल्कुल हमारी कंडीशंस पे उसको देखना बहुत जरूरी है कि हमको क्या चाहिए.
So that is local need देख के इस पे ध्यान देना चाहिए.
कि हम.
So that's very relevant discussion point sir has raised here. I go to a last point of the discussion, because it is 4:18 now, and this is such an interesting discussion that we can talk 2 hours also. A lot of things can come up, but I am going to a very important point as a last point, and then we will have a concluding remarks. The point is that everywhere we are talking about pharmacy practice, and pharmacy practice regulations also. Pharmacy Council of India released 2014, 15, everything. Now there are thought process, and I'm seeing the questions in the chat box. They are focusing on that. What about the profession of practice? Whether the commission is talking about the practice, and if so, then can we, make our B.Pharm course, one is on one focused on the practice and another focused on the industry, something like that. That discussion is happening. I would like to take views of Thakur sir on this. that how this new board which is going to be there after the commission comes into existence, they should look into this as far as pharmacy profession is concerned. Your views on, sir, on these points? So you have to unmute, sir, yourself. Yes.
In section 52, power to make regulations.
Yeah.
If you go to subsection 2 and clause M, the manner of regulating the standard and scope of practice of registered pharmacies professionals, including pharmacy practitioners who have obtained the pharmacy qualification as provided by Pharmacy Education Board, and clause H, and the manner of regulating the limited prescribing authority in consultation with the commission under serial number I of subsection 1 of section 18. So for practice, the centralized regulation is going to come. Okay. And that practice also includes, that regulation also includes for limited prescribing authority. So that's a very elaborate scope for the regulation, and all the best to the practitioners who will enjoy the situation which will come after the regulation under clause M of subsection 2 of section 52 will come.
Sir, I think
very welcome.
Sir, I think it is my opinion, even for profession of pharmacy or pharmacy profession, we can subdivide community pharmacy, who is community pharmacist, who is hospital pharmacist, who is clinical pharmacist. Even I am of the opinion that you also define industrial pharmacist.
Yes,
A pharmacy person, if that definitions are regulated, comes in the regulation, I think all these ambiguities will be cleared.
Yes, yes. And in the same one, in clause S, the manner of regulating professional conduct and promoting pharmacy ethics, that is also there. So everything related to practice. And the best thing is that limited prescribing authority to pharmacies. So that never imagined.
Yeah.
So that has come in this. That's why I told the praiseworthy work is done by the expert committee if it is on the basis of their recommendations.
Now, so I was coming to that point, and you mentioned it, that limited prescribing authority.
Yes,
and
sir.
we don't see now, as of at least by this time, that Indian Medical Association has not come into picture and raising the objection about it. So I want to ask Patel sir about it. What do you see how this limited prescribing authority given to pharmacy professional or pharmacist in this act, and how it is going to be implemented in the country?
Prescription authority is restricted only for the doctors. It cannot be given to the pharmacists and not given till day. Even PharmD students cannot be authorized to prescribe the prescription. This is the reality. And medical fraternity cannot allow us.
Yeah.
They can oppose strongly, and they are the strong body. And legally, we should not be our registered pharmacist could not be able to prescribe. Our is to manufacture, dispense, and sell the medicine. This is our main function of the pharmacist. This is the requirement. And Indian industry and several state industries of pharma industry, specifically with Gujarat state pharmacy industry is the #1 since long back. Nowadays, pharma industry as Indian level is also a top. Today, the pharmacies are required for the manufacturing, and we are exporting number of drugs by value and volume, 3rd position and the 13th position. At present in Gujarat, when I am talking, US FDA approved manufacturing units are more in Gujarat than that of in the USA. This is the reality. So we need a formulating manufacturing pharmacist, normal pharmacist. As per the different regions of the Bharat, a different requirement will be there. In South, a clinical pharmacy, social pharmacies are more required. But in Madhya, Maharashtra, Gujarat, the formulating manufacturing pharmacy is more required. So syllabus should not be a specific for in the degree level, diploma level for the clinical pharmacy point of view. There should be a MPharm, and PharmD is also already there. So the basic syllabus, diploma or degree, should not be recognized for the pharmacy practice or the clinical pharmacy or the hospital pharmacy. This is my view.
Okay.
Suppose there are some pharmacies are required for clinical, the MPharm will be there. So after MPharm, they can go in this world. In foreign, the specialization is there. Now psychiatric pharmacies, diabetic pharmacies, cardiac pharmacies, several pharmacies are also there. So we should include these points in the terms of elective subjects. We go through and special certificate subjects, and after they can serve the nation.
Right.
This is my view, sir.
Right. Yeah, Toshniwal sir.
Sir, I see a positive hope of way while I read this commission. What I feel is that at one point, this National Pharmacy Commission has mentioned one specific point to have a meeting with other regulatory agencies like Ayush, National Medical Commission, Dental. And with the deliberation, I hope that, as Patel sir has said, maybe based on the qualification and experience, minimum prescribing facility or the powers may be given for first aid at least, or OTC or emergency conditions. I don't know, but that may happen. This commission is dynamic. I see a positive way, positive hope of it.
Okay, that's Dipen sir, your views on this particular part.
Basically, if you'll see, there was a Chintan Sivir and this point was discussed, and they were talking about how to reduce the workload of doctors, because when you see the Corona period, in Corona period, the doctors were overburdened and they were unable to serve the people in that condition. And specifically, the rural area was very much neglected. So at that time, the people were discussing about because we are the integral part of healthcare system. And if you see our number, it is also very high. And again, if you'll find medical shops, they are at the very rural area also, you will find medical shops and they are running there. So it was at that time, came in the discussion that why these people should not be given a limited prescription right in rural area where the no healthcare worker is there to help the public. So this was the point. So basically, and it was discussed, and you know that in health ministry, normally the secretary are doctors or equivalent like that. So again, they were not very convinced with the this fact, but again it was discussed and it was considered, and again the paper is lying with them to give a limited prescription right. And if the commission is narrating and coming with this idea, I think so this is a welcome idea.
Great. Thank you so much, all the panelists. Now, closing remarks with one question to all of you. I will start with Patel sir. Closing remarks with one question. The question is very precisely that what are the deficiencies in this particular act which we should ask government to work upon or the commission to work upon. Sir, your views. 1 minute to all the panelists, because we may have to take 1 or 2 questions also from chat box. Sir, Patel sir, deficiencies in the act, if at all you want to point out.
Yes, sir. I think this is the 6th council to be converted into commission. Before, pharmacy council, medical, dental, nursing, physiotherapy, homeopathy already converted to commission. And we are in the same line. And looking to all the commission and the draft of the pharmacy commission, our country is democratic, and the election, it is removed from the commission. I think this would be one drawback. So majority of the academician is required, I think, and I was earlier I narrated, but ex officio, some of the people, there will be some authorities, and they are having a lot of work in their own office. They should not spend the sufficient time. This would be a second drawback, I think. These are the several drawbacks. Otherwise, I think this will be acceptable.
So you say that in the democratic setup, elections, members to be elected by the election process. Probably that is not me, because there is a selection and search committee mentioned. Okay, thank you. I go to Sir Patel sir, any closing remark? Because I am not going to come back again and they will take probably the question 1 or 2. So before I go to Thakur sir, your closing remarks about this act. Patel sir.
So overall, it is having good merits.
Yeah.
Having a few demerits. So majority of the merits are there. There are number of advantages are earlier in the first question we have narrated. Our all panelists have narrated. There are number of the work is decentralized. We are having advisory committee. We are having foreign recognition of the foreign institutes and foreign students because it's the need of the day. So there are number of points are covered and highly experienced, vast knowledge peoples will be there. This is the provision in there. So and it will be supported by the advisory committee, and from the different sectors people are coming. So the challenges can be solved by virtue of this knowledge and experience.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for your inputs. Thakur sir, your what are the limitations and closing remarks?
To me, it appears comparing the 3 acts which are already existing, there is hardly anything to say as a deficiency or defect, because we cannot claim more than what National Medical Commission has, or National Dental Commission has, or the National Nursing and Midwifery Commission has got it. And since all the 57 sections are similar, juxtaposed, so I think instead of searching for deficiency and taking time-consuming process for finalization of the bill, we should endorse it, let the act come, and after its enforcement, with experience, whatever problem is faced, then that should be pointed out that time. So that will be more practical than raising any issue now. And the closing remark is, I will tell in Hindi, कल और आएंगे भारत में हमसे बेहतर सोचने वाले, फार्मेसी का भविष्य बदलने वाले और फार्मासिस्टों का भला करने वाले.
क्या बात है, बहुत सही बात. Thank you so much, sir. I go to Toshniwal sir for closing remarks and any specific deficiency you want to point out.
Yes, sir, surely. I see some of the corrections that are needed. I will not say deficiency, but there is a scope of corrections since this is a draft.
Yeah.
We will say corrections or suggestions. First point I see, like in definition, pharmacy professional, wherein it is only been mentioned that the person entered in national register. So it should be national as well as state register. Secondly, everywhere, if you look at the qualifications and experience of the chairman, it has been read like a leader. So the leader definition has to be there. In teaching, we know that we have professors, principals, directors, and dean. So this should be directly written rather than leader, because leader has a very wide scope. It doesn't have a limited scope in that. Secondly, the chairman, if you see, the chairman should be appointed as it is written in the commission, and they would be a full time, because commission governance is needed in place day to day. We are facing that problem in communication, so that has to be there. My fourth suggestion was, if you look at the qualification experience of chairman of National Pharmacy Commission body, it is like 15 years, out of which the 7 years should be a leader. So rather than 15 years, it should be 20 years, and the members could be of 15 years, and the leaders could be defined. So with this, I think with these few suggestions, I see this is dynamic, because section 50 to 55 are all open and dynamic to change every now and then for the commission to make new rules and regulation as per the need of our, whatever we are talking, practice, education, accreditation, or anything else. So I see this is a complete enforceable act rather than the earlier act. So with this positive, I see there are no elections, and I strongly feel, though it may be some of the person may say that in democracy the election has to be there. But in my opinion, since we are in teaching and academics, the elections may spoil the atmosphere. So it should be a appointed body like AICT and other commissions that is well in place, and that should go on. So overall, my opinions are for the merits. और ठाकुर साहब ने कहा तो मेरी भी शायरी की इच्छा हो गई है. ये चेंज है, अच्छा हो गया. हम ये देख रहे हैं कि अब 75 साल के बाद ये चेंज आ सकता है. जिंदगी की राहों में ऐसे मोड़ भी आते हैं, सावन के साथ साथ यहाँ पतझड़ भी आती है, आंसुओं के सागर में मोती भी मिलते हैं, और आप जैसे लोग जो उन्हें ढूंढ लेते हैं वो जिंदगी जी लेते हैं. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, very rightly pointed out a couple of things. And I go to Dipen sir for any specific suggestion. I will not use the word deficiency. Any suggestion you want to give, sir? Yeah.
Yeah. That is, I'm having few observations in that, and that to be from my point of view, I'm telling you.
Right.
Like if you see the board, the board is only single board. It is for the regulation of that is the regulation. So it should be UG and PG separate, because the number is very high. If you see the medical commission bill, again they are having UG and PG board are different in their bill. So we should also have a different bill, board for UG and PG. That is that board can be bifurcated into two. This is one observation. Yeah. Then a few terms are very unclear. Like if you see in the it is written pharmacy leader. That is unclear. So it should be very clear that what exactly we are requiring from this. Again, the term, nowhere the term deform is used, because right now if you see existing colleges in India, there are high number of diploma colleges in India. So it should be narrated properly what the commission is thinking about that. Then again, I am having one point. The number of members is reduced in this commission. If you see parliamentary system, we are talking about increasing the number of representation in democratic, increasing the number of representation. But if you see when it is converted into zones like medical other commissions, it is not right with the pharmacy commission, because their practice area is only hospital or academics. But in our case, it is not similar like them, that we are having very multidimensional area in which we are working. So what I find, that number of members should be increased, and they should represent every particular area, like from hospital, from administration, from academics, from community. We should take members. So number of members should be increased to serve or to narrate the problem of that particular state. Because if you'll see, there are a lot of state will be in one zone, and one member will come from each zone. So I don't know right now, if you'll see the council's structure, even we are not able to narrate the problem of the state, then how we are going to narrate the problem of 5-6 states by one member? So that is again that is point of thought. Then there are few words which are very I think that is serious. That when you see the qualification, again at the last it is written other qualification after B Form, M Form, other qualification. So what other qualification we are trying to include in the registration? That should be very seriously taken. Why this term we have written there, or it is in that draft. So it should be clarified. And there are a lot of things. Basically, if you'll see qualification and the tenure, the overall it is very good, but specified. But somewhere it should be need clarity in that. It should be very specific, so there will be no confusion in that. And my concluding line is that this is a welcome step. And if when in 2023 we are going for a new commission, then it should be very relevant and very strong commission that can at least because by last act we have been governed by for almost 75 years. So it should be very futuristic and dynamic.
Right, sir. Thank you. So as we are going to the Amrut Kal of the country, you know, तो Amrut Kal का जो act होगा वो उसी level का होना चाहिए.
उसी level का होना चाहिए.
उसी level का होना चाहिए. बहुत सही बात कहा. I go to Dr. Setty sir for your concluding remarks and any specific suggestion which you would like to say. Setty sir.
The specific suggestions of mine is that I think the number of representatives, the people are saying that number of representation to all people are not there. That is there.
Yeah.
Community pharmacist is given one chance, hospital pharmacist is given one point, everything is there. But number, I don't know how many may you want. But today what happens is, in the present act, what happens is only many druggist chemist people are regulating the PhD and M.Pharm, B.Pharm things. More around 35 people are there. Instead of that, educationists should regulate the education. This is what my point. And after a long gap, this commission is coming. Please allow it to function on the basis of the experience. there is provision for amend the act, or there is provision for regulations, making a new regulations or amend the regulations or ordinances, anything can be made. That flexibility is there in commission. Hence, I request everyone to come forward to support this and let this commission be existed and let it function. After the experience, we shall go for the pros and cons and analysis, and we shall again sit together like this and suggest to the government or the commission. This is my concluding remark. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. So we can call by the professional and for the profession. That is what this act is. And as rightly said by Sethi sir, let it be implemented, and based on the experience, I think we should be taking it, taking a final call. Of course, there are few representations have already been sent to government by certain professional bodies. Particularly, I will not mention the name, but all of us know for amendment. And so I have read somewhere that this particular bill should be completely scrapped out. Up to that extent that a representation has gone to the probably has been sent. Anyways, as far as education is concerned, this has been a very superb step taken by the government. Let us appreciate it. And whosoever our educationists were there in the drafting team, we acknowledge their efforts. Quickly, we will take 1 or 2 questions because it is 4:40. We started at 3:23 sharp and it is 4:40 now. Next 2 to 3 minutes, 1 or 2 questions we will take, and then we will close this particular panel discussion, because I'm observing that a few of you are also traveling there, and it's a good time we have discussed. So maybe Vinita madam, if you have to ask any question precisely, 1 or 2 questions you can take.
Yes. The thing is that definitely the discussion is going on in so depth that there are many questions. Now, one of the question which I thought now, since Dr. C.N. Patel sir also mentioned about various types of pharmacists, and even Dr. Toshniwal sir talked about referring to Ayush and all, there is one question in the chat box related to BPharm in Ayurveda. Anything, whether any comments could be done on in policy about the course BPharm in Ayurveda, because the teacher has mentioned that there are around 2,500 students getting passed out with this degree. So any provision made in this bill? That is the question on that has come.
Madam, I think I can take answer. I can give answer here. I can take this question. Sir, madam, the Act specifies that eligibility criteria shall be made by the National Pharmacy Commission. And where government is also thinking of adding this of Ayurvedic pharmacy to ours also. If the government order comes, the recognition of that degree by the National Pharmacy Commission by placing it in its meeting, and if it is accepted and if it is gazetted, that will be there with us. But right now, Act is open for that. Act has not closed. Act is open for it.
Right. Yeah.
Now, since this will be always...
Sanjay, Toshniwal sir wanted to say something. Sir, okay. Your views.
Vinita madam, there is an express provision made in the National Pharmacy Commission stating that qualifications should be recognized by NPC to get the registration for the practice. And practice regulations are section 28. Okay. So unless and until NPC recognizes this, the registration would not be granted for the practice. This is number one. Second thing, as Sethi sir has said, we have ample scope to make the regulations dynamic to accept the change of qualification if it permits by the situation and accepted by the National Pharmacy Commission. Till that, we have to accept the National Pharmacy Commission qualifications recognized.
Yeah.
And here, I think one more thing I want to add, that is, in this case, we can make Ayurvedic pharmacy professional, like another definition shall be given, and let them be registered for that purpose only. We can make some provision and we can restrict them to practice only Ayurvedic pharmacy. Like that, the commission will take decision in future course of time. Thank you.
Right. Patel sir wanted to say something. Sir,
this is the act, so only the main aspects. Generally, when the act of the university comes, only the statutes are be approved in the act.
Yeah.
And the working rules, norms, regulations can be decided by the board, ya the concerned board, ya the commission. So as per the need, the BPharm Ayurveda can be considered by the educational board. The doors are open.
Doors are open, right? So, I mean, when it come into existence, probably these things can be, certainly brought into discussion. So there are a couple of questions about NEP, which I also, discussed. One question has come from our, very own Dr. Ankit Chaudhary, sir. And he says that I found technical mistake in constitution and composition of state chapter. For ex officio member include 3 nominated member by state government. So revision in composition is required. Full-time member are not included. So I request panelists to discuss on new composition of state chapter. So anyone, maybe Patel sir has already raised. So your views on this?
Yeah, we have. I have gone through this draft.
Yeah.
So there is a suggested for full-time members. For ex officio members, but the provision given only for 1. And technically, physically, suppose 1 registrar, assistant registrar, deputy registrar is there, chairman will be there, and 4 full-time members will be there. Then 7, 8 office for sitting is required in council. When we go through all councils of the states, there is a very narrow space. Even in Gujarat, 3-4 people can be seated there. The provision is there place-wise. Secondly, we suggest 1 chairman, 2 ex officio members, 1 from the health ministry of the state, not below the deputy secretary level, 1 member from the FDCA, not below the deputy commissioner or deputy controller. The different words are being used in the different states. So these 2 ex officio members, I think, I suggest to be there. 2 full-time members and more members, 6 members part-time. When the meetings are there, they come, give suggestions, execute the agendas, and go back. So total 11, I suggest, could be the structure for the state council. This is my view.
Right, sir. So, sir, Toshniwal, sir.
Yeah, also there is a technical difficulty. It has clearly stated state government college. It should not be there because, we know when we talk about leader in the experience, the leader could be a professor, principal, director, dean, or HOD.
Yeah.
So this should be prescribed, number 1. Second thing, if we say government college, frankly saying in Maharashtra also 3 or 4 government college. Most of the times principals are not appointed. So under the condition, under the situation, we should not have this bar of government, state government college.
Yeah.
Rather, it should be a state pharmacy college. Any college, whoever is eligible should be accepted.
That's very, because majority of the colleges are private colleges only, in the country also otherwise. Anyway, so I think with due to the time restrictions, we are 4:47 now. We are, at the fag end. Email ID is given to all the participant. That is aptims2022@gmail.com. So if any precise question you have, please post that question. We will ensure that this is posted to the appropriate panelist, and we respond to your question. Maybe by tomorrow we want all these suggestions to be compiled, so that by Monday the Gujarat and the team Maharashtra will sit together and post these questions to the ministry. With this, I really thank each one of you, all the respected eminent panelists, for your great time, great inputs for all of us. Almost 2.5 pages I have written while you were discussing. Many things have come up, and even enlightenment also happened. Thank you so much for the inputs. I hand over the session to Dr. Vinita for the further activity.
Thank you everyone who was involved in this discussion, and definitely it was a fruitful discussion. Now, Somani sir, we will have to appeal to all the participants to kindly switch on their cameras so that we can have a photograph.
Request all the eminent personalities across the country. I'm seeing people from Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, right from Ludhiana, Jammu Kashmir. Many people are there across the country. Bengal also people are there. So please let's switch on the camera.
And it's a kind request to all the participants to also fill the feedback form, so that we value your suggestions and it will help us. So kindly also fill the feedback form later on.
I think this is the probably the first kind of discussion on this particular topic, as per my understanding at least. So the IT team, please take the photograph.
Yes, sir.
Take for the all 4 screens. There are 3 screens now. Initially there were 4 screens. Now there are 3 now. Yeah, done.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, madam.
So now I call upon Dr. Darshat Patel, sir, Associate Professor, School of Pharmacy, Gandhinagar, and Secretary APTI, Gujarat State, to propose vote of thanks.
Yeah, good evening, all the panelists and the organizing members from the state of Maharashtra and Gujarat, Dr. Vinita and Dr. Somani, and Dr. Tejal Gandhi, and all the panelists, Dr. Thakur sir, Dr. Sanjay Tumsliwal, Dr. C.N. Patel sir, Dr. Shetty sir, Dr. Thakur. Really, it was a nice panel discussion. And because of a limitation of time, we were not able to take more. But however, the question shared by the attendee by email.
Mahmood Shahid.
Yeah, Patel sir, you are mute. Please unmute yourself. Patel sir.
Yeah, am I audible?
Now you are audible.
Yeah. So on behalf of the organizing committee for this panel discussion from both the state of Maharashtra and state of Gujarat, and I thank all the panelists, especially to have a first discussion on this pharmacy commission draft policy, and majority of the questions were discussed in the during the panel discussion. However, there were, as Dr. Somani said, many questions. Based on that, the recommendations will be sent, communicated to the committee. And once again, I thank all the attendee and all the organizers and panelists for sparing their valuable time. In spite of, we are already taken half an hour more than the scheduled time. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
It was worth taking half an hour extra because there were so many inputs.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is
Thank you, APTI Maharashtra, APTI Gujarat. Thank you.
Thank you, APTI team.
Thank you,
sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, all the respected panelists and all the seniors who have joined here. Thank you so much. Yeah, we are
Thank you
closing the
very much
session.
for Karnataka, for Maharashtra and Gujarat APTI.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And for giving me an opportunity to participate in such a wonderful August gathering.
The discussion was really fruitful from so many expert panelists and so many experienced personalities. For the first time, I was getting the chance to listen to all of them. It was really a wonderful session, sir. Yeah, Madam Tejal, Madam, you want to say something?
No, so thanks every panelist. It is really insightful and really fruitful discussion, and me and Dr. Somani will sit together and will compile these suggestions and will definitely draft it and share it to ministry. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you,
IT team, thank you for your support.
सभी लोग पढ़ना भाई है, ये बड़ा चेंज आ रहा है, सभी लोग पढ़िए अच्छे से और
Let us close the session.
Yeah. So today's panel discussion on the National Pharmacy Commission 2023 stands as a testament to the collaborative spirit and commitment to progress within the pharmaceutical landscape. The gathering brought us together with the esteemed educators, experts in the field of pharmacy, fostering a dynamic exchange of ideas and insights. Now, I'm sure that everyone, those who have not even thought about looking at the draft, they will definitely see, because we have thought-provoking words like points to remember: decentralization, flexibility, then different boards which are going to run this pharmacy profession, different responsibilities, limited prescription authority, etc. So definitely, it is going to be a thought-provoking thing, and everyone will be looking in the draft. So as the event draws to close, the wealth of knowledge shared, coupled with the commitment and enthusiasm exhibited by all those who were involved, sets the stage for continued collaboration and progress within the realm of pharmaceutical education and policy making. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to each and every participant contributor, and organizer for their invaluable contributions, making this event a resounding one. With a shared vision for advancement and innovation, we look forward to further engagements that will shape the future landscape of pharmacy education and practice. So thank you. So this is your host for today, Dr. Vinita Khanvilkar, Associate Professor, Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Pharmacy, Navi Mumbai. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
We forget to consider one merit. The permanent search committee is there.
Okay. Yeah, that's a merit. Okay.
Yeah, it's a merit because its permanent search committee is there. So the appointment of the chairmen of the commission and the board and members of the commission and board will be quick. At present in council, there are a number of seats remain vacant for a number of years. So it is one of the merits, sir.
Right. Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We will share that final draft with you for your visions. Review also. Thank you.
It was really a wonderful session. So thank you.
Can leave then.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Chalo. Namaskar. Bye bye.
Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you all. Vinit sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir,
Yes, close the meeting.
okay, sir. Thank you. Yeah.